welcome. I'm Marcie Besecker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I am from Clovis, California. Thank you for joining me on this Monday. It's a holiday. I hope you got the day off. I have been working on next month's bingo already. So let me make sure I can see my messages. So weird, my YouTube, I'm going to refresh it real quick because it looks like it's really small, like something weird happened to my thing. And if I try to make it bigger, my chat goes away. The screen is small. Marva, mine too. I don't know, I've never seen that before. It's really weird. I've never had that and I've done nothing different. So I'm not sure what happened here, but isn't that weird? Does anybody else have a smaller screen? Like it's really small and narrow? It's small on YouTube. I know. I've never seen it like that before. Ever. And I've done nothing different. Very, very strange. So we're going to continue on. I hope you guys can see it. I mean, it's small for me too. Really odd. I've never seen it like that before. My program is not, my third party program is not. You can see it, but small. Very weird. I didn't do anything different, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. So we're going to have to figure that out. But we're going to continue on. And I'll just pull my camera in a little closer or something because that's very weird. Anyway, I'm trying to see if there's I don't even see anything on here that I can change. So it's really weird. I thought it was just me, but is it in theater mode? No, I'm doing it on my third party program, which I always do. Try and go back out and back in. Okay, Cheryl, let me know. Thank you guys for sharing and liking and everything. I appreciate it. But hopefully it's not too small and you can see it. I have not changed anything. So let me look at the settings really quick. Let's see, stream. I mean, I don't go in here and look at things, so I really don't know. Still small. I am really sorry, but I hope you guys can see it because I have not. Oh, there's a button that says appearance. Let me see what that says. Default. No, it looks all okay. So it's not you. Oh, okay. Have you seen this on somebody else's, Cynthia? Because I'm wondering, I have a small screen also. I don't think we can control what's going on. Just spread it out on the screen and that works. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Yeah, you zoomed in and it came in. Well, isn't that weird? Because I zoom in and my chat disappears, which is something I've never seen before. So I'm going to continue on. Maybe when you go to the desk, it will change. Yeah, probably so. Weird though. So I may do a little testing later and just, so if I set something up and you see me pop on later today, you'll see that I'm just probably trying to test this, but I could probably make it private and check. And it's still small. Okay, well, I'm going to continue on, you guys. Hopefully my desk will be bigger and we'll go from there. So weird. I've never seen this before. Yeah, me too. Okay, so let's continue on. I'll reboot my computer and see if it's something on this end, but kind of odd. Anyway, so we've got some announcements, some fun stuff. So I'm going to pop this up right here. Announcements. Bingo is this Wednesday. Please don't forget, if you are wanting to play bingo, make sure you register as soon as you can. And then bingo for March is already open. So you can register for March already. I was able to make mine larger. Stacy, how did you do that? Can you still see the chat when you do that? Oh, theater mode. Let me look at that button. Oh, So on the bottom right side, I think somebody said theater mode. I clicked on that button, which is at the bottom right hand side of the screen, and it did make it a little bit bigger. So see if that helps at all. On the little default view on the right hand side, it says right next to the settings button, it says theater, and I clicked it. Anyway, it seems better. It doesn't seem the right thing yet. But anyway, so March's bingo is open for registration. Don't forget the paper share. That is up and registration is open for that. The deadline's March 2nd. I will order that evening so that it can ship out on the 3rd to me and I can get that to you as soon as possible. Delicate Dreams class is open for registration. The kits are actually done. The PDF is done. And I just have to get the videos into one video, but I cannot ship the kits to you till the beginning of March, the 3rd, when the product is available. So keep that in mind. And of course, Basic Foundations, if you're interested in a class to kind of go over some new product, excuse me, not new product, it's going to go over some techniques and tips and tricks and measurements and different things, kind of a recap on a lot of stuff about crafting. So if you're new or would like to refresh, that would be a great class. I used my fingers and made it larger on my iPad. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I just clicked the button that's on right here on YouTube. Put your cursor over it and you'll see like 2 little arrows on a box and it said theater mode. I clicked on that, but weird that everybody's would be doing that. I don't know. It's still not the same, but it is a little bit bigger. Anyway, so we'll continue on and pretend that there's not something funky going on because I've never seen this before. Anyway, so another really exciting news that is right now happening is, let me find my thing here, free shipping. So February 18th through the 20th is free shipping, 3 days only, orders $75 or more. And it's very small print right there, but if you can see that, let me see if I can enlarge that for you. Maybe not. Oh, that's a picture already done. If you spend $100 after coupons and Stampin' rewards, but before shipping and tax with me, you will get a free flat rate box from me to be mailed by the end of the month. And I say that because I'm going to see my granddaughter. So in case you're shopping and putting an order in while I'm gone, I will get it out as soon as I get back. Each will or could include, while supplies last, an ink pad and a matching marker. While supplies last, I put that again just so you know. Stamps, a stamp with dies, DSP, cut to 6x6, embellishments, ribbon, and much more. So I always try to put a stamp with dies in my boxes and stamps without dies so that everybody kind of gets a combination. So I am doing the flat rate boxes again with the shipping special. So that's super exciting. So make sure. Now you cannot combine a free class with this order. However, if you put in a $200 order, you will get the free box and you will get free shipping and you will get the free class. Okay. So I do have that special still running through the end of February, that if you purchase the $100 with me, and again, that's after your coupons and your Stampin' rewards or before shipping and tax, okay? So it's the amount of money before all that and after the coupons. Then you can get the class for free, but you have to register, okay? You do not need to register or anything for your flat rate box. As long as I have product, it will be going out. I still have to pull product that's still going on last chance because I kind of pull it and move it to a different shelf. But then once things start going away, then I will put those in the flat rate box. Why am I adding the ink and the markers? Funny thing, a couple weeks ago, I was just talking to Stephanie and I have 2 more sets of inks. I had for class and I have to take to retreats and things like that. And I don't need 3 sets anymore because I mainly do all my classes online. So I decided I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those because they're just sitting over there brand new pretty much. And the ones in the kit, I have like a carry case thing, they're just sitting there. So I'm going to add those into the flat rate boxes. I have my main set that I use here, and so I might as well get rid of them. I'm trying to clean my room. So let's see what else is going on real quickly. All right, you guys hopefully had a commercial and it was regular size. You are still little. I also looked at a couple of other sites and they weren't. Okay, good, Julie. I was wondering about that. Weird. I don't know. So I'm going to restart my computer after and try it again. I'll probably just try it to a private video just so I can check it and look, but I'll comment back or you guys will see me Wednesday. So I will get it fixed by Wednesday and figure out what the heck happened because I didn't change anything. So anyway, what else? So bingo. Wednesday, March bingo, paper share, the Delicate Dreams class, the free shipping, and I think that is it about now. Don't forget to use your bonus dollars, your bonus days money by the end of the month. And let's get started. So today I'm doing the bonus card for bingo for Wednesday. So this is like my thank you card to you. And so it's like it's just an extra bonus project. And so it's always been a video when I do my thank you cards and add them in the bingo kits. And so you just get an extra kit. And so that's what I'm doing today. So let's hope that the screen goes, oops, wrong one, that the screen goes larger here. So I've already switched. Let me pull my camera. It's going to be just a little bit behind. And it's just really kind of a weird thing. And now it looks like my camera, I'm going to refresh YouTube. Something fishy is going on for sure. Because now I have commercial going and I shouldn't. All right. It's still small. So strange. All right. Let me try one thing here. I am going to look at my camera. Does that still look small to you guys? Because it still looks a little small to me. And it looks like it's freezing. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, I don't know, you guys. I'm so sorry. What the heck is going on? But let me zoom this in so we can see better. All right. We're going to zoom in. All right, so we're going to zoom in so you guys can see. I apologize. I do not know what's going on. But let's just continue on. But I will get this fixed by Wednesday, guaranteed, because we just have to, right? All right, so you're going to get your kit, and it's going to look like this. So if you've played bingo, you're going to get your kit. It's going to look like this. We're going to open this up and get started. We are using the Lovely arrangements and then the paper Lovely Blooms that goes with it. So here is your kit. Be careful of your gems. We're going to move these aside. Move this little blue piece of paper aside because that's going to back up your sentiment. And we're going to start with our paper in the back because the very first thing I want you to do is I want you to do your sentiment because I want you to use this nice corner like I've showed you guys before. And we're going to stamp just a note in black, and it comes from the same set. All right, so let's put that on here. And we're just going to stamp this right in the corner. That way you have the edges to stamp if there's any problem. You can continue, like that J kind of came out wonky. So what I'm going to do is bring in my scratch paper here that I've been working on. And I'm going to stamp it again just to kind of get that weird ink off. And now let's try it again. Much better. So I got a little crazy right there. So we're going to move, I'm going to just do it over here on this edge now. I want the right edge. All right, we're going to just put that right here. All right, looks much better. I didn't press so hard like I did over here. So we're going to do that so that can be our sentiment. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. So this is what I recommend because it's just the easiest to do. And I'm actually going to trim a tiny bit off of that. Now, I don't need much. And then I'm going to bring and do a little off the bottom. Oops, right there. And then I'm going to move it over and trim that down right there. All right, so there's my sentiment. And now I'm going to just do this. And that's about right where I want it. So there's our sentiment. And I even think I'm going to take off a little bit by the J there. So we're going to just put that in again. And it's just, depends on whatever you want. I like it to be fairly close when it's so small like this, because we're going to glue it right onto here. And I want to have a larger, now see, this one I left bigger. And this one I'm doing smaller. So we're going to have to cut the blue down. But if we did it like this, so let's do this again. I have to think about what size my blue is. Now, if you wanted to, also, you could cut your white and have your strip so you know exactly what size you need. I'm just going to go up a little bit. I still want to have a small amount on the edges, but not too much. And now we're going to try that again, because I forgot how big I made the blue. All right, so we're going to just go, I think I need a little off of that, but not a whole lot, but I'm going to leave more at the top. Okay, so now we're giving it a little more of a border, so whatever you're comfortable with. And we can always continue to cut the edges off. All right, so, okay, so we'll look at those and decide. But now we need our paper to do our stamping. So we are going to bring in our Secret C. And we're going to stamp this up. And I want that center to be nice and bold and crisp. So you want to really make sure you get that ink on that middle. And we're just going to go right here. All right. And then we're going to bring in the small one. Same thing. Really ink it up. Get that center piece. We're going to go right here. All right. So there's that. And now we're going to do Old Olive. So this is Secret C and Old Olive, which is the colors in the paper. And now with this, I'm going to show you on this paper, if you squish your leaves, okay, see how it's got lines? Oh, let's see, my thing's kind of dirty. Lines in between the stamp. If you squish this in too much, and I always go like this, and of course it comes out perfect on video, but it will have, it can fill up the lines with green, and you don't want that. You want a nice crisp image, so we need 2 of these. Okay, I've used it earlier today, so it's better, but if you're just pulling it out, and not even just using it the very first time, but using it the first time now, today, sometimes you can get ink inside those lines, okay? It just happens to be great today, so that's good. But you don't want to get those lines. And I had samples over here because I did it earlier today, but I'm not going to go digging too much through my trash now. But you want to see those white lines because it just makes it look much nicer and cleaner. All right. Now what we're going to do is bring in our cloud cover blends. And I'm going to start with the light. If I had a lot of time, I would do the dark first and do all the lines and then let that set and then do the light. But for on the screen, when I'm on video, it's a lot easier. I'm just going to go through, oops, yeah, light. And go through the light. And if you get a little bit of white in there, it's okay because it just makes your leaves look a little more variegated, I guess. And then, so I'm just gonna, except I don't want the whole edge white. All right, so if it has some lighter and darker spots, that's okay. Except I want to get to the edge. So we're just going to go all the way with the light. And the point is I want the dark to show up, because if I did the dark first and then I did the light, it would really blend the dark, and I want to see it a little more. So I just did that one all with the light, and now I could let it dry and it'll really stand out when you do the dark. But if you do the dark second, then it tends to give you a little more definition. So I'm just going to come down like that and just see the lines. And it's going to still kind of blend. It's not going to be super bold. It will blend in because your light is still wet. And we're just going to go right through and just do lines, just color those lines. All right, now there's a couple things you can do with this. You can either color the middle and then come back in with the light and kind of feather it out a little bit. Or what I did is I just kind of did polka dots just on top of the other polka dots. That just adding just a little bit more to the image. So I just kind of did a few dots. So you can still see the lighter in between. You can see that center image really well. And then you still have those darker lines to give it, you know. Now if you really wanted to go in and shade, you know, your petals, you could tell this petal's on top of that one, this one's on top of that. You could really get detailed, but we're not going to do that. And then we're also not going to touch this one. All right, because if you look at our paper, it's got white flowers. And so I decided, you know what, let's keep that one white. So let's set that aside and bring our card in, and let's put the inside together. Now I'm just sitting here thinking, how the heck did that screen get small? So weird. Of course it would happen to me. All right, we're gonna put our little strip 3 1/4. And I say that because that's the normal size I would use. It is, but sometimes it's just my scrap piece from whatever I'm using. So for example, if I was cutting this into 4 by 6, which is you know, a 1/6 of your DSP, this probably went right here, or maybe even on the other, it could have been on another page. But when I cut these all up and then I cut these off and then I turn these into the inside, and it is 3/4 of an inch. So that's where that happens. So we're going to put that on the bottom. All right, so I make sure that's straight. And then of course we're going to add our little old olive strip. All right, so I haven't used my liquid glue in a little bit, and I've got like a little, take that out. All right, we'll put this on. All right, we'll trim these. See how now there's not glue right there because I kind of bent it right where I needed it, the glue to go to, so I knew how far I can go. All right, so this is going to go on the inside. I really love this suite. I love the colors. So it's only 1/8 of an inch different. So the white is 4 by 5 1/4, and then the old olive is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, which fits perfectly on the inside of our card. And even though I'm using a colored card base, a lot of times I will add a layer of color. Sometimes I will just put white in there. Ads are still showing up, not an issue, just more an FYI. Yeah, they're not supposed to because I did not select them. What if you took off closed captions? So weird how this one just came so odd. Ads, and I don't see ads. So does anybody else see ads? And I do see ads when they come on. It came on a second ago, but that's because I refreshed my channel. So really weird. Oh, okay, Gloria. Yeah, I don't have ads either. Only when I refreshed my channel, but when I'm during my video, I don't. And I'm watching it through YouTube. I don't watch it through my third-party program. I like to see what you guys are seeing so I know, what's happening. Okay, so that's the inside. So there we go. We added all of our colors on there. And now we're going to go here and I decided I wanted to use a lot of DSP because, so we're going to do, even though we're covering a lot of this up, and this is what's on the other side, I still want that really pretty paper. I love this paper and I love these colors together. So we're going to just layer those up. It's really fairly simple card. We're going to layer that on our old olive, same sizes as the middle. So the green is 4 1/8, 5 3/8, and then this is 4 by 5 1/4. I always try to do my paper, my DSP at 4 by 5 1/4, or I cut it 4 by 6, then I can get that inside piece because then you get the most out of your paper. So I like to do that. All right, we're going to pop this on our card base. This is the point where I stop and go, okay, is there any reason I shouldn't glue this on? I don't have any ribbon around it. I don't have any fancy fold pieces or anything that, need to go in a certain way or whatever. So I'm like, I'm good to put it on. So, Sherry, maybe it was an update. It didn't tell me, but sometimes your machine just automatically does it, and maybe something was weird. I do not know. I'm just glad it made it on screen, which is good. Okay, this one is that one that's fairly flat, so we're just going to go ahead and add it. It's that beautiful pattern. I'll show you the one with the X's on it, and you'll see it when you open your kit. I've already embossed that for you. So it's this one here with the little X's and the, like, what do you call that? I want to say Izod. What is that called? You remember those socks the guys used to wear that had that pattern on it? Is it Izod? No, that's a brand. Argyle. That's what it is. It looks like Argyle with the little X's in it. So that's going to go right here. Knew it would come to me. All right. And I glued this down. I tend to pop a lot of stuff up, and then I'm paying a fortune for postage. So I did glue this down also. I only popped up the flowers, and they're one-dimensional on there. So one layer of dimensional. So we are going to put this on here also. These are the arches, which I absolutely love. Love, love the arches. All right, so let's put that right about here. All right. And then we are going to die cut this. Remember, 2 leaves, the large flower and the smaller flower, and I have them already here. And I did this flower just like I did this one. So I did the dark after the light. This one I did the light after the dark. So see the difference? So you're kind of moving the dark around and then it makes it a little more subtle, but it makes your flower a little darker. And I liked this really light flower better. So that's why I did it that way. All right, I usually always start with my largest flowers. So let's get our dimensionals. All right, we're going to start with this one, and you are going to put your leaf underneath. Okay, so we are going to put dimensionals on that too, but we can take our flower and just put it wherever you want to put it. Think about your leaf is going to go here. You have such a small sentiment. You can take up, you know, pretty much this whole left side. And I want it to go right about there. So let's put our dimensionals on here. And you don't want to put both leaves on first, because if you do, you may have a gap in between your flowers. If you did your leaf up here and then you put a leaf down here, once you add your flowers, they may not overlap or look as well as you'd like. So you want to think about that. But this one, we're going to take it. It's got the dimensionals on, and we're going to put our flower about here. And I want this to just come like right about there. And then our flower can come about right there. And I'm just going to lay them. You don't have to push them down. Then let's do this one. And we're going to do this one more kind of turn, because you want it to take up space. Because we're going to do this up here. And it can go off, of course, the card. And I want to see the center of our flower. So we want to put it under here like that. And then our leaf. So I'm going to leave that leaf right there. And we're going to put our dimensionals on here. And it's going to go underneath, so you don't have to worry about that. This is going to go under. So let's go ahead and add our dimensionals here. All right, and now we're going to take our flower and we're going to go right in here. I kind of want to do that too. I don't want to put it up like this. I want it to kind of group in with the flower, but still be able to see that center. And then I'm going to take this and lift it up. And I want a lot of the leaf on the white because I want to see it. If you put it too far up, it's just going to be, well, first it's going to hang off, but you're going to kind of lose your flower. So I want to bring it in here and kind of tilt it. As long as the stem is under the flower and this is up on, I'm going to do it like right about, I like it tilted a little bit. It just looks more natural to me. So right about there, and I'm good with all of that. Okay, now let's get our sentiment in here. So that one was a little skinny. This one's a little more room up on the top. It's whatever you want to do. If you want to make it wider or smaller, my words aren't quite in the middle, so I'm going to cut mine down a little bit. If you wanted to, this is a 1/2 inch. So you could do like 3/8 of an inch on your paper, and you know, just kind of measure it and get it to what you want it to be. I'm going to pull this out a little bit so I can trim it. And what I like to do is I like to put my words right along the plastic so I kind of know what looks straight. This is hard because there's no numbers on here, but I like to get this really crisp, smooth edge. And so we're just going to go for it. It could be completely not straight, but that's okay. I can fix it. All right, so the only thing I need to do is trim this just a little bit. So I'm just going to sliver, just because I can tell above the J it goes up a little. So it's probably easier if you just measure it first, but I just kind of, this is how I do it. I just kind of wing it until I get it what I want, unless I'm making a ton of them. Then I will do it differently. All right, and I don't really mind having a larger blue outline, especially because it's on top of so much white. All right, we're gonna make that smooth and put that right here. And I want about the same space on the sides as I have on the top and the bottom. And then I'm gonna trim this. So I am good with that. And it does not have to, I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. I like it close to where at least it doesn't look all crooked, but. So I'm going to do that. I really like using my scraps up. So if I have these, like I just cut a bunch of paper for bingo, and this is what I had. So this is exactly where these come from. Depends on, you know, what size you want, what you're looking for. If I'm still doing a project at the same time or close to the same time as those scraps became available, then I will use those. All right. Now I have to be careful because it's still a little bit wet, but I'm just going to slide it in here, move it up there, and get about the same amount on there. Anna, if you're on here, I started the show you told me about. Let's see. I'm going to go a tiny bit more. And this is liquid, remember, so you can kind of get that sentiment right where you want it. That's good for me. All right, and now we're going to add this right here. I like to, let me turn my sound off here. I like to, you know, collage it together. And I like that it's over. I don't really want it up here just on top of the white. I like that it's right here kind of together. So we're going to put a dimensional on the end. Right there. And then I'm going to add glue here. And if, you know what, I'm going to add another dimensional because I think that's too big of a gap where if it gets in the mail and it gets squished or whatever, I don't want my sentiment to do this. And so we're going to just take this in here and put it right. And I want to see space right there. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. And I'm fine with that gap right there, just closing that up right there. That edge of that flower. All right, but I'm going to hold it up and make sure it looks straight. All right, so there, that's good. And now just put your gems on. And I usually put the larger one towards the bottom somewhere, so I'm going to put it over here. And then I'm going to put one over, I'm going to put it right here. And then here. And what's nice about this folder, and your guys is, I pretty much did the same embossing on them, is there's flat spots on the folder where you can find, you know, where to put your gems so that they'll be nice and secure on there too. Oh, Gloria, thank you for asking. My eye is doing better. I went to the doctor today and they said I was 75% better than I was. And he doesn't think anything else is going to happen. He said that to continue with my medicine and my heat on, he gave, oh, I don't have it. I have like this beanbag eye mask thing that I got from him. And I put that on and 3 times a day. And so like I'll go take my makeup off and get it on my eye. And he said, do that for another month because he said it can come back. So just so you guys know, in case you didn't see it, I had a clogged eye duct, tear duct. And so they thought they were gonna have to lance it. And luckily, they didn't have to do that because I was like, somebody might have to come get me and drive me home. But anyway, it all worked out perfectly. So yay. Anyway, so here's our card. Super cute, super simple, coloring one flower, and then, you know, get your leaves done. Even the leaves in, if you wanted to do the flower in, well, I don't know, you wouldn't want to do it in green, or leave both flowers white and add the green leaves. How pretty would that be? And you could even do cloud cover leaves if you wanted, but I really like the green. So super cute card. And I have another card that I'm doing for next month's bingo for March that's going to use a lot of your DSP and gives you some ideas on using up and not doing a whole lot of die cutting and stuff. It's going to be a little bit easier. Oh, Nell, I love the arches. I hope we get to keep them. I hope I think they will stay around because they're so awesome. And of course, I love any kind of nested layering dies. So I love, love, love these. But so that is your bonus bingo card. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You will get this card in your bingo kit. And so be looking for it. And you can come back and get work on this video when you get them. And I mail them out the day after bingo. Bingo is on Wednesday. So don't think, oh no, it's too late to do bingo because it's this week already. Thank you, Marva. But you can still register for this month. Last month sold out, so don't wait until Wednesday. Don't forget, you are actually paying for your kit. So when you pay for bingo, you're paying for your kit. You're going to get all the product. There's going to be a video Wednesday night with all of the cards. I'm going to create them right online for you. And then when you get your kit, you go back at your leisure, relax, and create your cards. But Wednesday night is a lot of fun. You'll see what to and not to do in case I boo-boo. And then you'll come back and make your cards at your leisure. And I also mentioned that I was not going to be here on Monday because I was leaving this week at the end of the week to go see my granddaughter. It's next week, not this week. So I will be here on Monday. Don't forget free shipping. Don't forget flat rate boxes. I am packing them up tomorrow. So I will have them. What I like to do is pack them up. I put them by my door as they sell. I just print the label, put them on, and send them. So I try to get them out as soon as possible. So I will be packing some up and hoping to send a bunch out before I go to Oregon. Are you going to On Stage in Long Beach? Absolutely, I am. Yes, I am flying in. We live close enough. I mean, we're in the middle of the state, so we could drive, but I'm going to fly so we can get there. We get there always the day ahead of time and stay until the day after. That way we're not rushing to the airport. We also don't get up at 5 a.m. and get to the airport. We take our time and have fun. Bingo is always at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. It is 6:15 right now for me. So an hour, it's usually a half hour earlier than my normal time at 5:30. And then I will not be here on Friday because we're doing bingo, and bingo is like a 4-hour video. So I will be packing up boxes hopefully and taking care of that. So Nell, please come say hi to me. I do not know what you look like, but you know what I look like. So come say hi. If anybody is going to On Stage, please come by and say hi to me if you see me. I would love to meet you. Stacy, I hope to see you again. Are you going? I met Stacy at On Stage a year ago, 2 years ago. I don't remember now. It all kind of starts to blend together. But yes, I would love to meet you, and I hope to see you again, Stacy, there. Who else is going to On Stage? Anybody? I would love to meet you. Make sure you come say hi to me, please. That would be great. Let's see, what else do I have to say? Just don't forget free shipping. I was so excited to see that today. I have an order ready to go already. So that is good. And don't forget too, if your order is over the 75, which when you get free shipping, don't forget to put your product of the month in your package. I'm going to try to come up with a card with that. I haven't even had time, but I'm going to play with that paper and come up with something for my next non-bingo or class video. So I'll be working on something for that so I can show you because it's kind of cool paper. I'm not going this year. I met you last year. Okay, it was last year. Oh, you're sweet. Thanks, Stacy. So hopefully next year I'll get to see you. So nobody else going to Long Beach? All right, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Somebody asked about weather. It is 50 degrees now. Pouring rain today. Of course, the day I have to leave to go out of the house, pouring rain. But yes, I did go to the bakery and get a chocolate chewy cookie because I love them and they're always sold out of them. Oh, I'm going to South Pacific on stage in Sydney. Oh, good. You'll have to tell Donna I said hi. We talk often. Definitely next year. Good, Stacy. I'll let you know where it's at as soon as I know. I will let you guys know. I would love to see you. If you haven't been to On Stage, it is something so much fun. It doesn't matter if you're a hobbyist, if you're brand new. I went my very first time as brand new, did not know one soul, not one person. And it was so much fun. And people are so kind and so nice. And it was just a blast. So I hope you guys take advantage and go sometime when you get a chance if you're a demonstrator. If you're not a demonstrator, of course, join my team. Come to On Stage and let's have fun. All right, everybody, we will see you on Wednesday for bingo at 5 o'clock. Bye, everybody.